Hello and happy Monday. It's a very snowy, happy Easter Monday here in Alberta. My name is Lori LaRose. I have active Stamping here on Facebook. Now on YouTube because I am transferring the videos, the lives over. I'm not sure how they transfer honestly, but I'm using AI. Oh, sorry. Woo! What is my bangs doing? I'm trying to think, okay, I don't actually have a mirrored image, I don't think of it. And so it's like, wait, my bangs go that way. So are they actually supposed to go that way? I had a lovely massage today. And so I'm partly thinking that my face smushed down into the thing. I think they're all a mess. I didn't notice when I was putting my hair up into a cute little knot, actually, that I was doing so. Been busy touching base with my daughter who is over in Japan at Disney Tokyo, I think it's called, and she is having a blast. We're a bit of a Disney family here, and so super excited for her, and kind of like, she's like, I'm almost thinking I should just buy you guys tickets so that you just have to, like, just for the Tokyo part, just for the Disney part, just to try and make us go. Hello, Miss Lori. Do you actually have flowers where you are, Roz? Is that why you're sending me a bunch of flowers, or you're just sending me flowers? Because I love that. We definitely have about this much snow all over everywhere. Our roads, thankfully, unless it drops a little bit more temperature-wise, I don't think they are a big danger, but because it doesn't want to stay, but it's snowed all day today. Anyway, so yeah, busy weekend with Easter. Everybody have good food and chocolate, lots of chocolate. I'm thinking so. Tomorrow morning, I will post later tonight what I will be eating tomorrow morning for breakfast. Eggs on toast, if you can catch the innuendo there. Anyways, okay, so I have been wandering around my room here, trying to not think what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Hi, Beth. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. But there's so much stuff going on sale rather. Don't buy it yet though. Stop. Only because they're announced 3 free days of shipping. So wait until Wednesday. You have a little bit of time to get yourself organized. I also think, unless you're like, whoa, I totally need this, you may want to be ready to put it in right at midnight. But it is a good way to actually test out the new reward system that we have. So I think I might be coloring. I should probably tell you this while I've got your face, like while I'm coloring and stuff. Lots of information to digest. But bottom line, don't put your orders in today or tomorrow. Wait until nice. Thanks, Roz. Wait until Wednesday. Okay, so the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, they're doing free shipping here on Stampin' Up, with Stampin' Up. And I would love to help you if you need to get that organized. A couple different things that I think, okay, so I have one hint. Okay, I'm going to pop you down because really I keep looking over there and I keep talking to you and I'm like fascinated by my bangs. Okay, throw this down. Hi, Sharon, how you doing? I made a cup of tea for my daughter today, a little chai latte. It was very yummy, so that was delicious. And Keisha's probably thinking, hello. Okay, I don't know, did that spin on you guys? I don't know if it did or didn't. All right. So, and actually this is the one that I didn't check for pricing. So Country Flowers I have out here. Do you think I could find one single card? I made several. Sending love and so lucky to know you. 2 fabulous words that I think everybody can do. These guys I used the other night. I can't even find where I made those, but I did use those the other night on a card. So kind of pretty. And just the idea of these are really fun. So they are down to $26.40 for the stamps and $43.20 for the dies. 43 and 26. So you do not want to buy the bundle of this. Double check all of the bundle pricing. I don't think you want to do most of the bundles. They are not discounting the pricing on bundles. So you do want to usually buy, if one or the other is not on sale, then you might be in trouble. You might be better off buying the bundle is what I guess I'm trying to say. Cutest cows. Oh yes, you do want this. So the punch is $23.10, and it is a total builder, a self builder. You can buy that without even buying the stamp set, and it totally makes a cow without. You don't need to have the stamps. It is a full-on builder set, and it's $23.10 right now. And then the cows, you can do all sorts of neat things with those little cows. I did like a little chalkboard, white ink on, yet another reason to have white ink, on black. And then Keisha actually sent me this one. Was it actually? Oh, she was my pen pal a little while ago when we were doing that. There is a milk bucket, as you can see. There are all sorts of fabulous sunflowers, so whether you color them or not. And then some really cute words. What's moo with you? Holy cow. Then a normal one. It's your special day. It's the little things that make such a big difference. And milk it for all it's worth. There's two little rooster guys. They face each other. There could have been a little one. Oh, that guy. See? That guy and that guy. And a little bit of grass. So this is a really great set. So $23.10 down from $33. And I am right close tight here. Sorry, guys. Okay, the other one that I have, and then I will get on with making my card. I had showed you guys this. It's like Friends Like You or something like that. I don't have it pulled up here. And I in reality, I did have Friend on here now that I'm thinking about it. I saw something else here and I thought it was. Anyways, this is some of the dies. I did notice that if you bought the French version of the dies, you won't get the word friend, which you might love. The English version of the dies are like $33 or $37. The French version is just $18, and you get all the fun brackets and like there's lots of fun pieces of it. Possibly an idea for you. And then there's the TOI. And honestly, if you are totally, absolutely not French, you could mail that to me if you get that one. But the friend part is kind of fun. So you may or may not want that, depending on if you ever think you'd use friend. Okay, and then this last one, the fun little card that we made from Susan Campfield. Just another way to show off. This one is the very cute, I think it is anyways. Yes, it is. We always think about this set and we think this person, or we absolutely think the bench people. But look at that, what a neat card is made. And, oh, I thought I looked this up. Just a minute, let me get you the price on that. Let's see if Coffee With comes up. Oh, maybe it's, oh, I didn't spell it right. Hold on. Coffee, yes. So it's down just the $4. So it's not a tremendous sale, but it's $30.60. And it did not have, but yeah, not a card that you'd necessarily think. And I know if you go to Crafting with Keisha, that's not right at all. Can't spell crafter with K's. She's got a couple of those colored in 1,000 different ways. All right, let's get going here. Sadly, you can buy the die still from Beauty of the Deep, but you cannot buy this set anymore. So don't fall in love with the card, just the idea that I'm going to make today. I'm even pulling in an older set from like 2020 because I want to pull this guy in. So this guy didn't have that. There is a set right now, something like Ocean Friends. Let's see if I put in Ocean, what will I come up with? And there's a crab. There is the grasses. And so you could work with the grasses and the crab for this, the card that I'm making. This one is not going out. It's called Ocean Friends. The dies, buy the bundle in that case for $68.25. And you could definitely use the dies, sorry, the stamps, those stamps with the idea that I'm going to make today. Okay, so I'm working with old stuff. You will be working with new stuff. And basically everybody's having fun stamping. The tulips, of course, you know I love. I was working on a second one from the other day where I was it just a color choice that I was doing there? And then I was working on a second card, and of course neither got done. And nobody told me what this set comes from. So there you go. Maybe, but it didn't come up in a notification. Found this one, Unbounded Beauty. Don't know where this one's from. If anybody watching today knows where it's from, hello, let me know. Okay, let's see. what I did not find still in my little bit of cleaning up. I put away about 40 stamps. Oh, dang it, and I forgot to take a peek. All right, I'm going to be going off my brain. That's a scary thought sometimes. So Monday, holiday, lots of chocolate in my system. Oh, I found Yahoo! Friday nights, we do cocktails and cards. When I'm losing stuff, you have a chance to play a drinking game, and you can have a drink each time I lose something. You would have been able to have a drink there because I had misplaced that. I'm going to work with these colors. I'm going to work with a little chunk of paper. Whoa, and throw some stuff at you, sorry. I'm going to just go and grab a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of paper. And I'll make up a little card here. I don't think it's going to take very long, actually. I'm going to be inspired by the current paper pumpkin. And go from there. Where's my... the current paper pumpkin is very marbly and fun. Oh, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. I'll run it through this at the very end, maybe. Okay, so, yeah, maybe. And then I can add a little tiny bit. So, totally going off my little brainwave, but I believe that the pieces of paper, some of the alternatives that are going on right now, it has colors at the top and the bottom and stuff. So I'm going to start with, always when I'm blending blending brushes, always start with your lighter color and work from there, or maybe the one that blends the best. And honestly, you have to be careful with yellow and purple because it makes brown. So I'm going to have to be careful now that I'm saying that out loud. Okay, I'm going to just do kind of a streak. In fact, I think I would like to sort of have a bit of a mask. So I'm just going to roughly tear a piece of paper. Can you hear me just tearing? And I'm going to do something like this. Woohoo! Okay. So so we have a band of girls that are part of a club that we get together and make cards on Wednesday nights as a group. I have a class, I guess you'd say, a paid membership, monthly membership, and we meet each week on Zoom Lives. Last summer, for some fun, we chose a whole bundle, and we worked with the bundle for the whole month, and we really broke it down, and we had a lot of fun. And one of the girls started looking back at the cards that we made last summer, and she pulled up one of the ones, I just had it here too. One of the sets that we had was this in the Grove, one of the bundles, and some of the mountains and the work. And what reminded me is we masked clouds, and Keisha, again, made some beautiful clouds with her mask, and it was super fun. So now I'm going to add in some purple here. I'm going to turn this over so that hopefully I catch less color, because like I said, it makes brown. Ooh, this will be fun. That actually is going to add. Ta-da! Very fun. And then I'm going to come in here. Usually when you're masking, or when you're blending brushes, you're supposed to go off the page and then come on. You can start on a mask kind of thing and come on to the situation as well, and it should work okay. I'm going to actually mask this way a little tiny bit. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, she went back and was re-looking at it. We're going to do something like that again this summer, because it really was fun. That's basically why we'll do it again. And one of the sets that I'm positive will work with is the totes. And totes and something. Totes and it's a new set coming out. And I think it'll be fun to work with, especially for a summertime project, hey? So this is totally from my mind's eye, not turning out at all the way, it's kind of fun, but it's not the way that the card is looking. The paper pumpkin was very marbled. This is not really kind of coming out marbled, and that's okay. it's just kind of going to be fun. Oopsie. So alternatives to paper pumpkin can be found if you just Google alternatives to paper pumpkin. People play and make ideas all the time. I have one classic one. Actually, I just saw it. Let's see if, as much as I just saw it, can I find it now that I'm looking for it? Yes, I did. Yahoo! I made a card with it the other day. This is from one of the, it's from a kit as opposed to a paper pumpkin, but it was one, and this is the whole card. And then instead I cut it and put it onto a backing of Lagoon and added in a couple extra pieces. But this is from the kit, for instance, and then the stamp set and the thing. So the cards all have sort of a same feel, but often very different looks and shapes, obviously, and fancy folds factor into the alternatives quite often. Anyways, what I'm about to do here, she did, oh, with a dragonfly. One of the girls did this, two fabulous cards with the dragonflies from another company, but regardless, from totally, we have dragonflies and from the old days, so you could use them. And then a really cool saying, because there's a big space here, which I already don't have. And then it was from another gal, but the idea of this that comes up with what I'm going to work with tonight. So I'm trying to represent, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but something. This is kind of fun. So all the different swirls and whatnot. So I just have two colors on there right now. And I'm pretty sure they have the darker purple. So I'm going to pull that in as well. Oh, you know what? They didn't have Petunia Pop. They had Melon Mambo, which I'm sure I used somewhere. I was going to look for it. But anyways. And then, okay. So mine is not going to be quite the same at all now that I'm thinking about it. Because it's definitely supposed to have Petunia Pop. So that's okay. So I am just roughly... now I'm wondering, so I have still a straight edge here, and I'm just kind of thinking, I'm going to straight edge this and see what happens. Let's see. Woo! Okay, now I'm just smudging things. All right. Oh, I don't like the straight edge at all. Already I can see that. Good thing that I made a boo-boo and we'll get going here. I'm going to smoosh this to here. So much I don't like that I might need to really... chop it off and trim this down, which will work in nicely because this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'll be able to cut it down to 5 by 3 3/4 nicely and go from there, but this is going to be pretty. All right. And then I'll put one here. So all I'm doing kind of right now is eyeballing where I'd like to add a little bit of color. And I really do think I'm just going to add a whole bunch of purple down here. I have a little gem there. A little glue dot maybe. Totally. Why I'm picking at it, you guys, is honestly, I all of a sudden was thinking, ay. So if you're not careful when you're doing, which is making some interesting colors and textures, and I don't mind the big smooshes because of what I'm doing here, but this is what happens when you just go straight to the paper with the brush. You get so much ink on your brush that you need to be careful how you add it onto here. So that's why we start off and come on, and you get a nicer, smoother dealio that I don't have there, but I'm going to try and smooth that out a little tiny bit. All right, and I'll add a little bit up here. Interesting. I do need to go this way though. And this just adds another little bit. So my paper is really fraying, adding a whole different little technique as it goes up and down. So it gives a variation that we wouldn't necessarily expect. And I'm going to do one very strong streak here. Cool. And then I think I'll leave that, but maybe come here. Cool. Okay, all of a sudden this looks like a mountain scene. Woo! Woohoo, that's kind of fun. Okay, imagine lots of different stuff there. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up. I know my cuckoo's a little bit fast, but it startled me a little bit because I'm like, wow, time flies when you're having fun. Cleaning all that up. I'm sure I'm not going to use this one, maybe. All right, I'm going to stamp, and again, I really wish I'd have taken one peek at what I saw, but so again, I'm going to work with a couple old sets. I really honestly, truly did think that we still could get Beauty of the Deep. You can get the dies. I actually can't recommend the dies 100%. I don't even think there's a lacy piece in there. There is a leafy piece. Like honestly, this could be from it. In fact, it almost might be from the Beauty of the Deep. And then outlines, of course, of everything, right? And so all of these get cut out. I'm not positive that it's, and I don't even think, let me put Beauty up here again. Beauty of the Deep. Let's see. If it's $18, it might be worth it, but I think it is 18. Yeah. All right. So there is this one gets cut out. There is kind of a gnarly piece, and this is not part of it. And then one little tiny piece. Yeah, no. I can't recommend the dies. Not even for $18. If you have this set and you were waiting for the dies, woohoo, bonus for you. But it is not a standalone dies, really hardly at all. And yeah, you could pretend like this is North America. But no. Okay, so, but I am going to use this personally. And then, but you can still buy the oceans and you'll still be happy. Now, is this how much bigger? Not. I'm going to put this in here. I think that'll be good. I'm going to do that one. Might do the coral. I have never used this coral. And I'm going to bring in the fish. And I'm going to stamp him in something and go from there. Okay, so I'm going to bring him in and I'm going to do him in this dark blue or dark purple. Stamp. Oh, and that's that. Okay, so it's going to go like this. Okay, stamp this. I'm going to stamp it on and off. It's going to be pretty. Okay, this down. Oh, that's gorgeous. You guys are all like, why are you showing us something we can't buy anymore? Well, because you should have bought it. No, teasing. But just likewise, I am going to bring in the whale as well, because I think both the turtle was my biggest thing. I love that you're kind of a big deal, and this was always pretty. I love this set, bottom line. I do use my old stuff, and I do actually think that when I tell you to get something, you should. No, I'm just teasing you. There totally is. Most years, there's an alternative. Ocean Friends, totally, you'd be able to stamp. They actually have a fabulous die that you would put over top of this. And there is a little stamp of leaves. So you would be able to recreate the leaves and the grass. You will have a tougher time recreating this guy right now, but that's okay. I'm going to stamp this in an extra new color. A bluey color. And we are getting a new, what is the new fabulous color called? I could almost use that one actually. Hang on, let's see. This is this color. So pretty, but actually the new color is going to work better in this. Let's bring in a new color. Let's bring in the new and the old. I like just to show you that you can keep using stuff. It's called Secret Sea. That's perfect reason to introduce this, why I'm using this all. How many of you still have stuff from, I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 35 years, 23 years. I don't know where they've been around for that long. Secret Sea is a brand new color that you're going to be able to get on May 5th. And let's see how beautiful it is. Okay, so this blue is quite bright. You guys, are thinking. Oh, that's going to be lovely. And I am going to see how he should be straight up and down. Okay. And where do I want him? That's a good question. I want to have, what's this guy again? Well, more coral. I can add another little bit of coral down here, and he'd also be good in this color. And then I just want to have him hiding up purple and purple. Look, I have another kit in here as well because it goes together. See, I just bunch these all together in the same one. Then when people look at my collection, they don't even know how many I have because I have 2 and 3 in some of the DVD cases. All right, this guy I think should be in the Papa Petunia, I guess. And I'm going to put him up at the top. Or maybe he'll just be floating right here. Cool. And then oh, pretty. It almost looks like the sun is actually coming down in its rays, even though they're purpley rays in this case. I'm going to do actually some of this guy, some coral, in this dark color down here too, because it would be dark. And then I might rock and roll. That guy there is straight down. Nice. So interesting on the glass. Could you see that? I don't know if you can. The purple shows through on the glass, but it doesn't show through unless I didn't hit it as much over there. It wasn't showing through on the rock. That's okay. Do I want a little bit more here? I think I do. So I'm going to again stamp and more heavily do this because it can't hurt it, and come down here. Cool. Interesting. So with the clarity of the glass, that the purple shows up, but on the page it doesn't show up at all. Interesting. Okay. And what else do I need in here? Oh, I didn't even know. There's actually an actual that guy there. Cool. Okay, so I could have others. I'm just going to do some of these little fishes. And what did we just make? Oh, the otters have some fish as well. So there's also the otters. But they're river otters kind of, so that's different again, isn't it? But anyways, there are river otters. And then I'm going to do these guys in a bright, oh, I'm going to do them in the orangey color. Not sure how clear these are going to come through, but I'm just going to have them going past. Like, they're kind of inconsequential is what I'm pretending. Cool. And then some words. What all are we going to have? Yeah. So, my love for you is bigger than an ocean I could use. There are no words in The Beauty of the Deep, so I guess this one. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. Kind of a big deal would fit in there. From this set, So Lucky to Know You. And I kind of, I don't know, I'm getting, oh, here's a Love and Strength. I was going to say, I'm getting kind of a feel of, hey, it's okay if all you did today was breathe. That might be a cool one for here, hey? Kind of feel like this one should have been, although that's that dark purpley color. Oh, no, you know what? I should have done it in the dark purple. I was trying to make it like translucent. It feels like it's just sort of there. anyways, okay, it's okay if all you did today was breathe. I think that's going to work today on this. And I'm going to do it in the dark purple. I'm just going to put it right up there, which is unusual for me to have stuff at the top, but I'm going to go for it. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, maybe I'll go right over top of that. Let's see how that works out. Nice. It's okay if all you did. Okay, I'm going to go put it onto something. That's pretty. So this is inspired by the latest paper pumpkin. If you have the paper pumpkin, you can miss out on the blending brushes that I was doing. And this is somebody else was doing the idea of the under the sea. I'm trying to think what else she did. So I just got to take it away for a second, and I'm going to just trim it down just a smidgen because of that weird straight edge that I did. I'll trim that part down. I'm actually going to trim the top down a little tiny bit too. And then the side. And maybe this other side as well. I kind of like it. I'm going to do it a little tiny bit more here. And then, am I down to the 5? Not quite. Okay, and then I think I'll probably back it on. I'll bring over the couple colors, Petunia Pop and the Peach Pie, and Coastal Cabana. No, it's not Coastal Cabana. I'm totally lying. Gorgeous grape. And then I'll bring over the new paper, and we'll see what we're doing. Here's the new paper. So FYI, during the free shopping, hey, our paper packs are all going up to $20 a package. So it would be a great time during free shipping. You do have to do in Canada the $100 minimum to get your free shipping. But one of the things that you definitely could like advance on is picking up a few packets. You can't, obviously you can't buy the new paper like me, but it's going to go up by a couple, $3, $4, $4.25, I think actually, right? So I would 100% recommend you popping in an order of colors that you need coming up to springtime. Okay, so I could put this, I can back this. What I was thinking is if I backed it onto something like that and then put it onto something, I don't think I want it on a bright one and then onto here. No, but I might just want it on there too. I might not work with this. I'm gonna go and cut this down. Pretty kind of color actually. I hadn't opened it yet, as you can see. This month has gotten away from me quite quickly. I kind of purposely, I ordered a couple things on a pre-order with things that, with some earnings that I made as a demonstrator. And then I wasn't showing you any of it just because, well, in the old days, you all used to get tired of what it was as opposed to looking forward to buying it. And so I kind of got, 23 years in this, I kind of got used to just doing things more timely. But anyways, okay, so that's definitely one idea. Kind of fun. The lighting's kind of weird, but. And then bottom line, this is not totally necessary. And I could also do it on the bright purple instead and have it on there. That's kind of pretty if you can ignore all of this. I think I kind of prefer that. I feel like the focus then becomes very much, I don't mind him being that color, but I think it's too much for this, how bright this is. Oh, and then I was going to come through, I think I am. I'm going to put this whole thing through this. So hang on one second. I'm going to go stick this in the waves. I think that would be kind of a fun idea. What? That's crazy, you guys are saying. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Hang on. Wait. What was I doing the other day? My nephew's birthday cards. I have so many weird things out here right now. Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, that's not working. That's too loose. Hang on. I got to get one more layer in here. Oh, this is right. Oh, this is because this is skinny. All right. Sorry. Just give me 1 second, guys. All right. You know what will keep our brains agile is whether we're using thick embossing folders or thin embossing folders, and then having to keep straight. Thank goodness for the little pictures. I'm going to show you actually, I don't really want to show you my cutting acrylic mats, just let me tell you, but thankfully for this. So if it's a 3D embossing folder, you use a gray plate, which I just love, love, love that gray plate, and just this platform. And if it's the standard embossing folders, which I just used, you just use your 2 cutting sheets for that. And then for dies and stuff, there's another plasticky sheet in here. But I love the little pictures. Thank goodness. That saves my brain each time. This is going to be kind of cool, I think, you guys. What? That's cool. So I could have, and maybe should have done it this way. Would it make any difference? No, the water goes that way. It's just this big dip right here. So what I did want to do is sort of have him a little bit less solid in there. And I could have done it slightly different spots maybe so that it was all, but there was going to be a big wow. Oh, that might have been a little better right there. But he wouldn't have been, he would have been in. Oh, I could have done it right there. Yeah, that would have been maybe okay. Anyways, it's super cool anyways. Whoa. Okay, so I think I kind of like the dark and then on there. And what about on the yellow? We also could do this on the yellow. Oh, that's kind of fun too. Do you guys have any thoughts on which colors? Swipe left. Oh, there's people talking. Oh, not for a while though. Oh, you guys are talking about this leaf, Notes of Nature. I was like, what are you talking about? This is not from the drinks yet because I haven't had the drinks. Okay, so I can go bright yellow, which then really gives me an idea of the water coming in. And Louise is saying purple. You mean this dark purple? Back it onto the dark purple. You like the purple too? This, you're not talking purple, you're talking purple. And do I need to mat it, or should I just have a big fat purple border? So I can either mat it in purple and put it on, and I don't think I like this. Purple and the bright. Betty's speaking on behalf of all of you, I think. I think you guys are all reading your own mail. I'll make a mat of this. I can always use it for something else. But I think it looks nice with it as a mat. I think sometimes the double is nice. This is kind of a pretty thing. I don't think I even have to wait for the fairies to come in. I don't think that it's totally a one-layer wonder too, hey? Mat it. I like it. Okay, I'm not positive. I'm gonna work on the matting dimensions. I don't know what I cut wrong. My mat on this is right. Whatever I did for my white piece is not quite right, so I won't glue it after all. But I will. I think I'll do that. And I don't think we want a ribbon or anything. I think we just want it to be one. Hey. So I sometimes cheat and just stick a little piece of paper on here, and I will. Basically, what I'm going to end up doing here. I either will trim my white a little tiny bit, because it seems like crooked-eyed. He's definitely not even for this. And I will, maybe I won't. Remember, if you can't find your bone folder, a block works quite nicely to flatten things out a little bit. And then just a little bit of tape to center what you want to show what you're trying to do. This guy is like fighting me like a tooth and nail. That's super cute, hey? Da, 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 da. How fun was that? So that's blending brushes. You guys can make, if you are like crazy, if you have these pieces, yahoo, you're ready to go. If you don't have some of the crazy stuff that I have, Ocean Friends is still available. You could definitely make this thicker. This is the wrong color, but basically you could totally add in some greenery onto here and then cut out some different shapes and have them all popping up and have this whole card popped off as well. So that's also an idea for you. So super crazy fun. Thanks, Alexina. Thanks, Beth. And it's kind of fun. If you already have the paper pumpkin, you are set. You can just pull out one of your cards. With all the kits, usually the kits have like a two-sided, and often people are cutting those cards in half and remounting them because the card is so pretty that we want to use the front and the back. The other thing to take a peek at is some of the old kits available. Still, or not older kits available, the kits that are available, because they're also very good value to have, and you can expand from the 9 cards that they say you can make to often 18, 19 just by adding in some paper. Again, free shipping. Don't shop in the next 2 days. Start making your wish list. If you want to touch base with me and be like, hey, what do you think? The other thing that I can do, because I do have the new catalog, whoop, 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 I can take a quick little peek inside and let you know sort of some of the colors that are coming up in the new DSPs. Splendid Autumn, say for instance, is going to remain. So Christmas is coming also. So Cherry Cobbler, you can replenish your card stock bases and save. Like if you were to buy like 4 or 5 of those, you'd save $20 or $30. And that gives you a whole new set too, you guys. So Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, maybe some Mossy Meadow that you haven't had for a while. Maybe you want to replenish with some Wild Wheat before it goes away, if it's still available. Misty Moonlight, you're never going to go wrong with. Pecan Pie. Definitely Gorgeous Grape, let's face it. Who doesn't love Gorgeous Grape? And then the lavender set, the perennial lavender staying in. So you can pick up some fresh freesia. Like I said, the Gorgeous Grape and maybe even some Highland Heather. I obviously always love my Lagoon that I never used to love. So pick up a few things. Like I said, don't shop until Wednesday. And then shop like mad. You set up your little quick account. I can also help you get set up with your little account. It's super just hitting a couple points. You do want to opt into the rewards program. And when you're purchasing that $100 of free, the next time you come on to shop, not only will you have gotten free shipping, you'll also have $10 in your bank account, your banked account. Woo woo! All right, gals, let me know if I can help you at all. Get things sorted and get you going. This one was brought to you by blending pens and your favorite colors. And me, not Mr. Dress Up, Lori LaRose. Okay, I will talk with you guys tomorrow night. It's Tuesdays and we're doing textures. I'm going to see if I can come up with one more texture for this month. I guess Tuesday I'd have to do too. Oh. February 11th, I started doing textures. If you are very interested in a whole bunch of looking for new textures and new ideas, spin back on the Tuesdays and take a peek. I am going to come up with one more texture. This would also come up. The thing is everything's textures. This is texture. Should have done this one tomorrow night. That's what I say every Monday. All right, I will talk with you guys soon. I'm babbling now. Bye.